Fasig-Tipton presents an ABR Films production. On early foggy winter mornings, the first steps in training a racehorse take place across McKathan Brothers Training Center.
That's really our core philosophy. If it's, like put the horse first and do what's right for them, and, hopefully they'll develop to their top potential.
Talented, yet inexperienced 2-year-old thoroughbreds get accustomed to being handled, as well as to the weight of a saddle and the feel of a bit in their mouth.
Our job is really, we don't have to teach horses a lot because they innately know how to do most of the things that we want them to do.
It's a process, one which requires learning, intuition, and patience for both the trainer and horse. Each horse, similar to humans, has his or her own personality, motivations, and anxieties.
I'll look at a horse and I'll either instantly like it or not. But then as you train the horse and you get more information, then the intellect kind of comes in. Your experience and things like that. The horse might not look like what I think is my picture of a horse, but if he's checking all the other boxes and doing everything right on the racetrack, I'm going to use my experience and say this is a really nice horse. There is a lot of instinct involved with training horses just because they're so, the horses themselves, you've got to have a feeling for how that horse feels. And if he's happy, and that's what you want, is you want him to be happy.
Horses are carefully examined and handled based on their needs, intelligence, and acceptance. By design, the McKathan Brothers Training Center was crafted with meticulous detail in order to replicate the setting that these young horses will soon find when they depart for a racetrack to start their careers.
We were able to lay this out and build it exactly how we want it. So it has had a major success.
I think that we've been absolutely blessed, and it's like there's a sense of satisfaction that comes with something like this that I can't really explain.
Behaviors and mannerisms are studied and noted, and often relayed back to the owner clients.
By the time they hand them over to us, they're completely trusting of us, and we respond and talk to them as the development of their horses come along and try to get the best horse we can get for them.
Once these young thoroughbreds adjust to having a person on their back and learn to take direction and cues, they progress toward the training track. Strides, gaits, and athletic movements are measured and compared, often using technological innovations, sensors, and GPS-like tracking systems.
We have some horses for a guy that's a scientist, and we actually have these, he purchased them. They're pricey, but they're really high-tech pads, and they measure the horse's heart rate in real time. They measure the horse's stride length and his speed, and it's all graphed out, and we've used them now for about 3 or 4 years. And what I found to be kind of interesting is the horses that will show up on the pads as far as the data and everything are usually, and that's the only thing you can say in the horse business, is usually the horses that we like.
The thoroughbreds are tested for fitness, soundness, and speed. Atop a viewing stand, the McKathan brothers appraise each horse closely. Any advantage, real or perceived, is worth exploring. The top horses exemplify not just speed, but a keen look and a professional attitude.
I think identifying that talent and kind of, just really coddling it is very important.
It didn't take long for the word on American Pharoah to seep out back in 2014. The message from the McKathan brothers to the owners, the Zayats, was short and simple. This colt is head and shoulders better than every other horse here. On the final episode of Where American Pharoah Learned to Be a Racehorse, the focus shifts to American Pharoah's full sister, among another crop of promising young 2-year-olds learning to become racehorses at the McKathan Brothers Training Center.